Wherever you are right now and whatever you're doing, I want you to stop. Well, if you're driving, don't stop. But I want you to focus for a second on success. And I want you to think about what the word success means to you. If you had all the success in the world, what does that mean to you? It's really interesting to think about success because it's going to be a different definition for all of us. I love Earl Nightingale's definition of success. He says, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So, if you think about this, a worthy ideal is going to be different to all of us because this is going to be based on our value system, what we find meaningful, and what we see envisioned in our most empowered life, in that version of ourselves where we step fully into manifesting everything we want because we know, love, and trust ourselves. That's my definition of confidence. So when you know, love, and trust yourself, you know what success looks like to you because it's that realization of a worthy ideal that brings meaning and fulfillment to your life and business. So that's what we're going to talk about today on the Max Potential Habits podcast, episode number 117, 4 questions to help you POA your way to success. If it's your first time here, I'm Dr. Amanda Barrientos, the founder of NFA Coaching and the host of this podcast. This is your place to come each and every week for tips, tools, and inspirational interviews to help you optimize your habits so you can thrive in life and business. High fives. So let's talk about success. I think about success as a habit, and if you know me, you've heard me give you my definition of habits, which is a repeated pattern of thoughts, decisions, and actions that over time become automatic. So we want to set up our habits to be driving us towards success. If we're on autopilot and stuck in a place where our autopilot habits are every day taking us backwards, we're not moving forward just by 1%, then you're regressing. And what we want in life is to be progressing toward the realization of our worthy ideal. So, when I asked you to stop and think about it. Is success to you, is it health in your body? Is it a certain number in your net worth? Is it the quality of your relationships? Is it having a philanthropic organization? Is it having a business you love? It can look so different to so many people. And I want you to take the time this week between now and the next episode that you watch or listen to me. I want you to really map out, what does success look like to you? Because if you can't see it, you can't achieve it. If you aren't focused on the vision of what you want to create in your life and business, it's much harder to manifest and create and take steps toward. So in that way of thoughts, decisions, and actions, creating the habit toward success, if success is a habit, then you've got to start having the thoughts that align with being a successful person. You've got to start implementing the actions that are aligned with being a successful person. And you've got to change the way that you think about your life and your business. The only thing that you have control of is your thoughts, decisions, and your actions, your habits, right? And all of these things that we're talking about are habits. That's why I love to talk about habits on the Max Potential Habits podcast, is because it's one thing that you have control over. So I want to give you a really simple roadmap. First, Napoleon Hill says, success comes to those who become success conscious. So what does that actually mean? It means that you map out what it looks like to be successful to you. You know what that vision is. And then you also look to the people who are kicking ass in their life and business, and you follow what they're doing because success leaves clues. So things like a morning routine. I don't think I can think of any person who's highly successful, a high achiever, and accomplishes all their goals who doesn't have a morning routine. If you wake up in the morning and you don't have a block schedule and you don't have a ritualized morning routine and you kind of just wake up and fly by the seat of your pants, sure, it might be really rewarding in certain ways, but you're not going to be able to attain the worthy ideal and realize all of those goals that you want to accomplish because you're unfocused and ungrounded, right? So if you got up in the morning and you were set sail in a direction, but you had no idea where you were going, you'd get somewhere, but you probably won't get where you want to go. So you need to have that roadmap of success and map that out this week. What would a perfect day look like to you? What would a perfect week, perfect month, perfect life, perfect relationship, perfect amount of money in the bank, perfect vacations, all of those things, all the different areas of life, map it out so that you know what your guidepost is so that you can move in that direction. That's success, being success conscious. If you're success conscious, you're thinking, is my mindset aligned with getting me where I want to go? Are my habits aligned with getting me where I want to go? Am I taking action in the direction of my dreams every single day? Those are the kinds of questions that Napoleon Hill is calling you to ask yourself. Jim Rohn says, this is another one of my favorites, successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. I love this one. Because here's the thing, if you're NFA, no fucking around, then that means that you are a person who takes radical responsibility for your outcomes, right? You don't put this in other people's hands and say, oh, you're in control of my reality, which is what we want to do when we blame other people for our reality. So in this victim mindset way, we look at our lives and our businesses and we go, well, I couldn't do it because of so-and-so giving me trouble. Maybe my employees are a pain in the ass, or I don't love my job, or I can blame my ex-wife or ex-husband for all the things they did that held me back from getting where I want to go. But you've got to see where you're radically responsible for choosing all of those things and co-creating all of those things. So a successful person takes radical responsibility for their outcomes. So get out a piece of paper and a pen or on your computer. I want you to ask yourself these 4 questions, and POA stands for plan of action. So here's 4 POA success questions. I want you to ask these of yourself progressively. I want you to ask them of yourself daily, and I want you to decide, commit, and take action. So number 1, where are you stuck? So anywhere in your life or business where you're not feeling like you're getting the results that you want to get, I want you to articulate that in writing because it's helpful for you to see it and become conscious. Success consciousness means first you have to start to be conscious of what's holding you back. So where are you stuck? Get clear. Number 2, what do you actually want? What do you want? A lot of people don't know what they want. So I want you to take the time to consider what you want. So where are you stuck? And where do you actually want to be going? That means you're unstuck and you're in alignment to move in that direction. Now, what can you decide? So decision is very, very powerful because it cuts off other options. It starts to train your brain in the direction of fulfilling the vision. Remember, we've talked about this before, how your brain is an operating system. It's a problem-solving operating system. So when you make a decision and you clearly articulate where you want to go, your brain starts to actually work on it and it starts to work for you so you can manifest what you want. It's like putting a phrase into Google and you push enter and a whole bunch of links come to help you find the way. If you plug into Google a whole bunch of gibberish, it doesn't know where to send you. So you've got to get clear, you've got to decide, cut off other options, eliminate the self-doubt, and take action in the new direction. So then the next question is, when will you take action? This is part of that commitment piece because knowing the way is not the same as taking action on the way. So you've got to be somebody who puts your knowledge into action because knowledge in action is power. You've got to be someone who's willing to take the first step, get over your BS, perfectionism, your procrastination, your fear, your doubt. Do the work that it takes in order for you to take action one step at a time. That's all you got to do. One step. That's it. One step, then the next, then the next, then the next. So I'm going to recap. 4 POA success questions. So number 1, where are you stuck? Number 2, what do you want? Number 3, what can you decide? And number 4, when will you take action? If you take the time today to explore what success looks like for you and do this 4 POA success question step, you can get where you want to go. In 1 year, you can massively change your life. and your business and up level in huge, huge ways. So let me know in the comments how it goes. If you're on YouTube, if you're listening to the podcast, leave a review. I love being here every week to bring you tips and tools. And until next time, I hope you have a max potential week where you thrive and feel alive and take strategic action in the direction of fulfilling your version of success.